My name is Christopher David Nabours. Um, I am a survivor. And I say that not only about my cancer treatment, but I'm talking about life. Because life is hard, life is difficult, and life is similar to a cancer battle in that things are going to come across your way in life, and they are unexpected. They're obstacles, they're speed bumps, and there's things that you need to do in order to adjust. And that's going to happen your whole life. And those type of things, how your life evolves and how your life unfolds, is indicative of how you handle those speed bumps and how you handle those obstacles. I was diagnosed with adrenal cortical carcinoma, a cancer that impacts maybe 6 per million or so. And the way I was diagnosed, I turned Bart Simpson yellow from jaundice. I was itching like I had every inch of my body had mosquito bites, because my bilirubin was in the 30s. And I was immediately taken to the hospital and found a 26 centimeter tumor about the size of a volleyball right here. I was unable to eat because the tumor was so large that there was no room in my stomach to keep anything down. So I was vomiting and throwing up my stomach acid in my body. So I'd try to eat something, it'd come back out. And I was slowly withering away. I found one doctor that believed in me and said, I'll do a surgery. Told my wife the likelihood of me making it through was relatively slim. There was no blood in the blood bank. And so overnight, my wife helped crowdsource 90 pints of blood, or units of blood. They were donated in my name. Did the surgery. Obviously made it through.
You can actually walk us through the treatment journey.
Yeah, so that was the first part. So after that, they found that they had some spots in my lungs. I knew about them. And it's kind of like, hey, if you're lucky enough to get through this, we have this, right? And so it's kind of taking things a step at a time, not getting overwhelmed with the future, you know, that's there, but taking and addressing the immediate. And so I rehabilitated, I recovered. It's a big surgery. Then I started taking all kinds of chemotherapies, nuclear radiation, immunotherapies, you name it. So I was kind of at the end of the options from that point. And happened to look on clinicaltrials.org and found the DREAM study. Sent them all my information and was accepted. Went through all the tests and was accepted. And it's just a miracle. Meeting the team here has been not only a highlight of my transplant journey, but a highlight of my life.
Were you accepted into the DREAM study?
It was December of last year, 2023.
And then when did you get the surgery?
December 19th of 2023.
And how do you feel now?
I feel amazing. It's the gift of time. Who knows what the future is going to hold? It's one of the most important things. That's our time here.
Can you tell us a little bit more about how you felt before the transplant and after the transplant?
Yeah. My condition before the transplant, I was becoming extremely fatigued. And it's something that you don't really realize yourself, but the decline is noticed most by others, by your family members. When I found out about the DREAM study, the DREAM program, it was not only the gift of life, but opportunity, time, and to be a pioneer or to assist with research to where others may succeed in a more successful way than I will.
Were there a lot of letdowns leading up to finding the DREAM study?
What kept me going? My wife, my son, and it takes a lot of determination and strength and mental stubbornness, maybe.
Can you elaborate on that and kind of describe your relationship with your care team? And how has that affected your treatment and your care?
Yes. I think the care here and the innovation and the openness here is unlike anywhere else in the country. Regardless of, obviously Northwestern has a lot of prestige, very highly ranked overall, but you also have, from what I've seen, institutions where there's so much need within the medical field in general that the place becomes overwhelmed, because I'm not the only one with that drive to get every last ounce of, juice out of the orange, squeeze it, that's called life, right? So you have people flooding institutions and places because it's the greatest place in the world, and, they're going to help me with my problem. Well, here at Northwestern, you probably have that, but you don't feel as if you're just funneled through as a number. I'm Chris Nabours. I know all of my doctors. I know if they have kids and their dogs, Great Danes, right? Or, and we're on the same page fighting for the same thing. And I feel like the DREAM program, because it is kind of something new that's a clinical study and or a trial or whatever, right? We're able to break things down to the pure human element of, hey, I just want to help as much as I can. And maybe to some reason, this is the reason a lot of people get into medicine, is to help. And here at Northwestern, they serve, protect, and advocate for their patients in a way like anywhere else in the country would not, in many ways. In the healthcare system, you need to advocate for yourself. Please, please, please help me. In Northwestern, they advocate to help you. I guess that's maybe the easiest way to put it.
So you felt you were very advocated by the team. Was there one example, like very specifically, when you felt most encouraged and advocated for by your team?
Just being accepted to this program. It's the only place maybe in the world as a program like this that to advocate for me.
At times, did you feel the limit of medicine and hope for a miracle?
Yes. Every single drug I injected into my body, not having a cure. And my hope was really for a program, was a dream like this. And so I think it's really appropriately named and ironic that that this came up at the particular time that I was in need of it. And that I found a group of doctors. They were all on the same page, all coordinated, all knew what was going on, all plugged in, as they say, that advocated for me to have this double lung transplant and supported me in getting it, rooted for me, cared for me, and made me strong mentally. It's a mentally tough surgery, and gave me the gift of more time.
You answered this, I feel like, already when you talked about how you hope for healthcare professionals and schooling students who want to become healthcare professionals to be more genuine and when they interact with patients. Is there more advice you'd like to give?
I don't know if genuine's the word. It's just maybe don't forget why you got into medicine. Dr. Barat talks about this a lot in his book. Innovation amidst despair or something like that. And he talks about, during COVID, how much that obviously impacted his life, but also that he got kind of back. The reason he does maybe some of these things is because that's why he got into medicine, is to give people more time.
You also touched on this too, but what is the greatest lesson that you learned throughout the treatment journey?
Greatest lesson? Maybe to take things one problem, one day at a time, to gather information, maybe not to dwell on things. We all have things in life that we dwell on or that we worry us in a way. We all have those things in our mind now, right? Is maybe to be thankful and to be content with your life and just being alive, and not to dwell on what could happen tomorrow. And also to advocate for yourself if you're not lucky enough to have a healthcare team that believes in you as much as you believe in yourself.
Is there anything else you'd like to say to fellow patients?
Advocate for yourself. Become knowledgeable. And to fellow patients would be that here at Northwestern, you actually have somebody along with you, advocating for you, caring for you, in a way that you're not, you're not feeling like you're having in a job interview every day, every time for every doctor that you're talking to, trying to convince them to give you a chance if there's an opportunity, right? They will, within reason, advocate for you in that way. That's where I'm going.